The internet wasn't ready for this. Nobody was prepared. Nobody expected him, of all people, to be the one to say it out loud. But Charleston White didn't just drop a rumor. He dropped a bomb. A claim so dark, so twisted, so dangerous that the entire internet froze the moment the clip started circulating. According to Charleston, Chrisean Rock wasn't just jealous. She wasn't just insecure. She wasn't just spiraling. He claimed she plotted Junior's murder, all to get back with Blueface. Yes, you read that correctly. Charleston White sat there with a straight face, stared into the camera, and said the one sentence nobody ever imagined hearing. Y'all don't know what that girl capable of. She had a plan for Junior, a real plan. And the moment those words hit the timeline, the internet exploded. People were screaming, crying, arguing, panicking. Because whether Charleston is lying or telling the truth, one thing is clear. This claim is not small. This accusation is not harmless. This is career-ending, life-ruining, lawyer-calling territory. And Charleston didn't back down. He doubled down. He said he heard conversations. He said he talked to people close to the situation. He said someone confirmed it off camera. He even said Blueface knows more than he pretends. The comments blew up instantly. No way she did that. Charleston is lying again, right? Why does this low-key sound believable? This is evil if true. Blueface is in danger. Junior is in danger. But before the internet could catch its breath, Charleston dropped the second bomb, the part that made the entire clip go viral. He said Chrisean didn't want Junior gone because she hated him. He claimed she wanted him gone because Blueface would never choose her otherwise. The room fell silent. The internet went still. And every fan, every hater, every blogger suddenly knew. This wasn't gossip anymore. This was a crime-level accusation. And the truth behind it is even darker. For people who just saw Charleston White's viral clip and jumped straight into panic mode, this accusation didn't come out of thin air. It didn't appear from nowhere. It wasn't a random bomb Charleston threw for shock value. It was the culmination of months of whispers, silent tension, strange behavior, disturbing coincidences, and a toxic triangle spiraling far beyond what the public ever saw. Because to truly understand why Charleston would even dare say something so extreme, you have to rewind everything, every meltdown, every live, every fight, every moment Chrisean lost control. Every time Blueface hinted at something the internet didn't know. Every time Junior was dragged into drama he never asked for. This didn't start with Charleston. It started way before. It started the moment Blueface had Junior with Jiden. The moment Chrisean realized that no matter how much chaos she created, no matter how many times she pulled up, cried, fought, broke things, or screamed, Blueface would always have something tying him to Jiden forever. A child that symbolized stability, a child that symbolized family, a child that symbolized everything she could not control. And for someone with Chrisean's trauma, abandonment issues, childhood instability, and deep-rooted fear of being replaceable, Junior wasn't just a baby. He was a threat. Not because she hated him, but because he represented something she believed she would never have with Blueface: loyalty. Even before Charleston said a word, fans noticed it. The way Chrisean's face changed every time Blueface posted Junior. The way she went silent whenever Blueface praised Jiden's parenting. The way she'd suddenly go live screaming that he only cares about that family. The way she'd break down crying whenever Blueface bragged about being with his kids. She wasn't jealous of the child. She was jealous of what the child represented. People close to the situation had been talking about it. Just quietly. Behind the scenes. Off camera. In hushed circles. They said Chrisean felt like Blueface used Junior to emotionally punish her, to show her she wasn't enough, to show her she wasn't the main priority, to to show her that Jaden would always be a part of his life in a way she could never compete with. And Blueface loved that power. Every time he wanted to make Chrisean spiral, he'd bring up his real family. Every time he wanted to trigger her, he'd post Junior. Every time he wanted attention, he'd hint about custody. Every time he wanted to hurt her, he'd compare her to Jaden as a mother. People in his circle joked about it. He even said in a now-deleted live, "One got my heart, one got my kid. They both stuck." Chrisean saw that clip, and that's when something inside her began to fracture. Because while she was fighting, bleeding, breaking, screaming her love for him out loud, he was using Junior as a wedge to keep her in emotional chaos. And everyone who knew her said the same thing. She didn't want to lose him. She didn't want to be second place. She didn't want her child to grow up competing with another child. She didn't want Blueface to have a stable life that didn't include her. This wasn't jealousy. This was possession. Then things got worse. A private conversation leaked months ago, barely viral at the time but now resurfacing, where an insider claimed Chrisean told them, "If Junior wasn't in the way, he'd be with me for real." At the time, everyone brushed it off as drunken talk. Nobody took it seriously. But Charleston White? He never forgets a quote that can go viral later. The more unstable Chrisean got, the more Charleston paid attention. The more she spiraled, the more he took notes. The more she crashed lives, fought security, broke doors, threw things at Blueface, and threatened anyone who stood between them. The more Charleston started forming a theory. And then, something happened that he claims confirmed everything. A private conversation, a behind-the-scenes argument, a moment he swears came from someone in Blueface's own circle. Charleston hinted that someone close to Blueface told him Chrisean once snapped during an argument and said something chilling, something so shocking it made even Blueface freeze. She allegedly said, "You keep choosing him. Watch what I do." The person telling Charleston this swore they saw fear in Blueface's face. Real fear. Not annoyance, not frustration. Fear. They claimed Blueface had to calm her down for hours. They claimed she stormed out screaming. They claimed Blueface told them privately, "She hate that kid more than she hate Jaden." That sentence stuck with Charleston. It marinated. It simmered. It grew. Because Charleston thinks in patterns. He saw the jealousy, the breakdowns, the unpredictable rage, the way she weaponized loyalty, the way she spiraled anytime she felt second. Then came the moment that pushed him over the edge. A source told Charleston that Chrisean once asked Blueface, "If something happened to Junior, would you come back?" Charleston said that was the moment he realized, this girl ain't crazy, she dangerous. And according to Charleston, this wasn't a one-time conversation. He claims he heard from multiple people that Chrisean fixated on the idea that Blueface would choose her again if Junior wasn't around. He claims she didn't see Junior as a child. She saw him as the obstacle. Whether Charleston exaggerated it or not, whether he twisted it for attention or not, one thing is undeniable. The internet had seen Chrisean's controlling streak long before Charleston ever opened his mouth. She pulled up unannounced. She threatened people online. She fought with anyone in Blueface's orbit. She damaged property. She sabotaged relationships. She physically attacked him on camera. She cried, screamed, begged, threatened. All because she couldn't stand the idea of him loving someone else. So when Charleston connected those dots publicly, people didn't dismiss it. They panicked. Because even if Charleston was lying, even if he exaggerated, even if the story is twisted, everyone agrees on one thing. Chrisean has gone to dangerous places for love before. If she truly believed Blueface would come back without Junior, if she truly believed she was losing her spot, if she truly believed Blueface was hers, could she have snapped? That's the question Charleston wanted the world to ask. And now the entire internet is terrified that the answer might be much darker than anyone thought. Charleston's clip didn't just go viral. It detonated like a bomb dropped onto an already cracked battlefield. The internet didn't know whether to believe him, panic, or call him out for lying. But Charleston wasn't backing down. He kept doubling down, adding details, twisting timelines, repeating rumors until even people who hated him started saying, "Wait, where is he getting this from? How does he know that much? This man is talking too confidently." And that's when things spiraled. Because Charleston didn't just accuse Chrisean of wanting Junior gone. He twisted a very real, very emotional breakdown she had months ago. A breakdown people close to her remember all too well. And he turned it into a criminal narrative. Here's the truth Charleston didn't say. Chrisean never planned anything violent, never touched Junior, never threatened him. But she did have a moment, a dark, vulnerable, emotional meltdown, where she said something she shouldn't have. Something said out of jealousy, pain, insecurity, trauma, and desperation for Blueface's attention. Someone in Blueface's camp leaked that moment to Charleston. And Charleston, he weaponized it. He turned emotional pain into a plot. He turned jealousy into danger. He turned insecurity into intention. He turned a private meltdown into a public accusation. What really happened? Months ago, during a night where Blueface ignored her calls and spent the entire day with Jiden and Junior, Chrisean spiraled. She went live crying. She posted cryptic stories. She drank. She broke a lamp. She yelled at her phone. She begged Blueface to answer. And when he finally did, witnesses say she snapped into a rage, not a dangerous rage, an emotional one. She screamed, "You always choose them. You always pick that family. I'll never have what she has." Someone heard that. Someone misinterpreted it. Someone retold it. Someone exaggerated it. And Charleston used it as the foundation for his entire accusation. But it didn't stop there. There was another moment Charleston twisted. A conversation Chrisean had with a friend weeks later, where she said something dramatic but symbolic. "Sometimes I wish Junior wasn't in the picture so he'd stop running back to her." She didn't mean harm. She meant emotionally not in the picture. She meant not the priority. She meant Blueface wouldn't use Junior to hurt her. But Charleston took the metaphor literally. He didn't say, "She felt replaced. She felt abandoned. She felt jealous. She hated being second." No. He turned it into a crime. So when Charleston started speaking, Blueface's entire fan base split into WAR instantly. Half the internet was screaming, "Charleston is lying. He's evil. He just wants views. Chrisean would never hurt a child." But the other half whispered, "But she did say some scary things before. She gets emotional. She goes too far. What if she said something behind the scenes?" And Blueface? Blueface went silent. That silence said more than words ever could. People instantly read into it. Why isn't he defending her? Why isn't he denying the accusation? Why is he letting Charleston talk? Is he scared, or guilty, or hiding something? Behind the scenes, Blueface was panicking. Because he knew exactly what Charleston was twisting. He knew the original conversations. He knew Chrisean never meant violence. He knew the moment Charleston referenced. He knew the real quote Charleston exaggerated. And he also knew, if he defended Chrisean too strongly, Jiden would be furious. If he stayed silent, the internet would think the rumor was real. If he blamed Charleston, Charleston would leak more. If he blamed Chrisean, she'd expose him. He was stuck. Chrisean, however, wasn't scared. She was livid. The moment someone sent her the full Charleston clip, she went from confused to stunned to outraged. Witnesses say she threw her phone across the room, walked out of her house barefoot, pacing up and down the sidewalk like she was about to explode. Not because the lie hurt her, but because she knew where Charleston got the story. She knew someone snitched, someone in Blueface's circle, someone who heard a private emotional moment, someone who wanted clout, someone who wanted to destroy her. And worst of all, she suspected Blueface gave Charleston the extra details. So she grabbed her phone, turned on live, and went in. "Y'all stupid if you believe that man. I never hurt nobody, child." Charleston twisting my words. Somebody told him something they shouldn't have. The comments were flying. Drop names. Who told him? Don't let Charleston lie on you. But then Chrisean said a sentence that shook everyone. Charleston ain't make that up by himself. Somebody feeding him stuff. Translation: someone betrayed her. Someone close. Someone inside the circle. Someone who wanted her gone. And when she said, "And I know exactly who it is," the entire internet froze. Because that meant one thing. She was accusing Blueface. Not directly, not explicitly, but emotionally, spiritually, and with every ounce of rage in her voice. She was pointing at him. Meanwhile, Charleston wasn't done. He went on live again. He laughed. He mocked her voice. He doubled down. He said, "If she's so innocent, why Blueface ain't defend her?" That one sentence shattered everything. Because people realized Blueface still hadn't said a word. Not one defense, not one denial, not one correction, not even a stop lying. Nothing. And if that wasn't enough, Charleston pulled out a screenshot. A blurry, partial screenshot he claimed came from someone in the house. It showed Chrisean typing. "If he didn't have that kid, he'd be mine." Was it real? Was it edited? Was it a private message or an old note? Nobody knew. But the internet didn't care. They ran with it. And for the first time since this mess began, Jiden broke her silence. She posted, "Kids should never be dragged into adult drama. Ever." Fans went crazy. She talking about Chrisean. She believes Charleston. She knows something. But then, Chrisean posted, "Say it with your chest if you're talking about me." The indirect shots turned into a full-on war. The alliances shattered. The internet exploded. But the real twist? A leaked voice note surfaced. And this voice note changes the entire story. The internet was already burning, but the moment that leaked voice note started spreading, everything imploded. It wasn't a rumor. It wasn't a screenshot. It wasn't a caption someone could deny. It was audio. Raw, shaky, emotional, and dangerous enough that nobody knew who leaked it or why. The file was only 18 seconds long, but it changed everything. It started with a familiar voice, a man's voice. A voice everyone recognized instantly. It was Blueface, and he sounded shaken, not angry, shaken. His voice was low, panicked, almost whispering. He said, "Man, Charleston twisting everything. I ain't say it like that." Then another voice, deeper, older, responded, "Well, he's telling people she wanted that kid out the way." And Blueface said the line that made the entire world stop breathing. "She never said that. She was just emotional. He making me look crazy, bro." Instant meltdown. Instant chaos. Instant confirmation Charleston was lying. The clip cut off immediately. And because it was short, replayable, and shocking, people listened to it on loop. Over and over and over again. Twitter went insane. This is Blueface confirming Charleston lied. He admitted Chrisean never said anything about harming Junior. So Charleston twisted everything? Why did that old man say you said she wanted him out the way? Who is Blueface talking to? And then the real question everyone started screaming, who leaked this audio? because that meant someone close to Blueface recorded him. Someone in his home, someone in his circle, someone who had access to private conversations. And guess what? That person wasn't on Chrisean's side. They weren't her friend. They weren't trying to save her reputation. They leaked the audio because it exposed something deeper, something darker, something way bigger than a fake accusation. It proved Blueface was talking to someone privately about Charleston's lie, and he trusted that person enough to vent. Meaning the traitor, the real snake, was someone he trusted. Not Chrisean, not Jiden, not Charleston, someone else. And that's when everything flipped. Because only two people were in that room when Blueface made that call: his new manager and his cousin. Both were known for chasing clout. Both were always around when drama started. Both had been caught recording private conversations before. And the internet instantly suspected one name: his cousin. The same cousin who used to sneak photos. The same cousin who leaked the last argument. The same cousin who got caught selling IG messages to blogs. The same cousin Charleston follows. The same cousin who hates Chrisean and Jiden. And in the middle of this chaos, Charleston went live again. This time smiling like he had just watched a bomb he planted finally explode. He said, "Somebody in Blueface house snitching, not me." Then he smirked and added, "I never said she plotted nothing. I said that's what they said." They? Who is they? The internet lost its mind. So he admitted he lied? He backpedaling. He said they told him, meaning Blueface's people leaked the fake rumor. So someone close to Blueface started this. This is getting too deep. But the moment Charleston said they, something snapped inside Chrisean. She immediately went on live, face flushed, chest heaving, voice cracking from rage. She didn't yell like before. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. She spoke with a controlled fury nobody had ever seen from her. "I know exactly who told him. And it wasn't me. It wasn't Jiden. It wasn't no fan." The comments exploded. "Name them. Don't hold back. Drop the receipts." But before she could expose the person directly, she dropped a bombshell sentence. "It's the same person who'd been leaking everything for months." Everything? The arguments, the private conversations, the text messages, the screenshots, the voice notes, the fights, the messy moments, everything Charleston knew came from one source. And Blueface had no idea. But the twist wasn't that Charleston lied. It wasn't that the cousin leaked the rumor. It wasn't that the audio exposed Blueface privately defending Chrisean. The real twist came when Blueface finally broke his silence. Not with a denial, not with a correction, not with a defense, but with a post that left everyone confused, terrified, and suspicious. "I know who recording me. Don't worry." That's it. 3 sentences. But the way he wrote it? Cold, threatening, direct. Fans started panicking. He gonna confront them? He gonna expose somebody? Is he talking about his cousin? Why didn't he defend Chrisean though? But then Chrisean posted a message that told the real truth. He mad at the recording, not the lie. That line sent chills through the fan base, because it confirmed what people feared. Blueface didn't care that Charleston accused Chrisean falsely. He didn't care that the internet believed she was dangerous. He didn't care that she was being dragged. He only cared that he looked bad, that he got exposed, that his private conversations leaked. And that made the internet turn on him harder than ever. But things got even more chaotic when the third baby mama chimed in. She posted, "I've been told y'all there's a snake in that house." What? Now she's saying it too? Fans started screaming, "So all 3 baby mamas knew about this snake? This person been starting all the drama? What else did they leak? Why did Blueface let them stay around?" Everything made sense now. The CPS rumor leak, the fake threat leak, the secret breakup leak, the arguments leak, the Chrisean jealous of Junior leak, the Jiden crying in the house leak. All of it came from one person, somebody with access, somebody living in the house sometimes, somebody who watched everything, somebody who saw the women fight, somebody who recorded Blueface secretly, somebody who sent Charleston half the story and let him twist the rest. And then the real bomb dropped. A blog posted a pixelated photo of the person they claimed leaked everything. They didn't show the face, they blurred the background. But the caption said, "Blueface's family member behind all the leaks, exclusive." Suddenly comments flew, "It's the cousin, has to be." He jealous of Blueface's fame? He hates Chrisean and Jiden. He always acting like he knows everything. He been messy. But then, something even more shocking happened. Charleston himself hopped into the comments and typed, "Y'all looking in the right direction." The right direction? The internet exploded like a grenade. Blueface went on live trying to calm everything down, but he looked stressed, angry, pacing around, rubbing his forehead, snapping at people off camera. He said, "Ain't nobody in my house leaking nothing. Stop lying." But the comments destroyed him. Why did you defend the leaker but not Chrisean? This is why everyone thinks you're hiding something. You mad about the recording, not the lie. You care about reputation, not the truth. Then Chrisean posted, "You defending the snake harder than you defending me." And that became the moment the internet chose their side. Blueface versus Charleston versus the unknown leaker versus all three baby mamas versus the truth. But the biggest twist wasn't the leaker. It came from a new voice note. This one from the leaker themselves. And what they said? It changes everything. The moment the leaker's voice note dropped, everything stopped. The blogs froze mid-post. TikTokers paused their videos. Twitter timelines stuttered like the app was glitching. Even Charleston went silent for a full hour, which never happens. Because this wasn't some random rumor. This wasn't fake tea. This wasn't someone pretending to know something. This was the leaker, speaking, with their voice. And what they said didn't just confirm everything. It detonated the entire situation into something bigger than Charleston, bigger than Blueface, bigger than all three baby mamas. The clip opened with heavy breathing, like the person recording was scared or anxious. Then the voice, unmistakable, shaky, familiar to anyone who's been watching the Blueface circus for months, finally spoke. "They blaming me for the leak, but they ain't telling y'all the truth." Instant panic, instant comments, instant chaos. Who is this? The voice sounds familiar. Is that really the cousin? Drop the full name. "Oh, this is about to get messy," the voice continued. "It wasn't me that made it up. He the one who said she was dangerous. I just told Charleston what I heard." Oh my God. The internet erupted. He? Who is he? They wanted names. They wanted identification. They wanted blood. People instantly scrambled to compare the voice note with old videos. The consensus? It was definitely someone in Blueface's family, and the internet was 90% sure it was the cousin. But then the leaker said something even crazier. "I ain't say she wanted to hurt nobody. I just told him she said she wished she had what Jiden had. Charleston the one who turned it into something else." That was it. That line destroyed Charleston's entire narrative. It exposed him as a liar, an exaggerator, an instigator. But before anyone could even celebrate the truth, the voice note continued. "Blueface ain't innocent either. He said some things too." The internet absolutely lost it. What did Blueface say? "Drop that part too. We need the full audio. They not about to hide this." Celebrities started chiming in. A famous reality star tweeted, This is bigger than drama now. Somebody lying, somebody scared, somebody hiding something. A well-known rapper said, "Y'all laughing, but these people traumatized." This is not funny. Even a major podcast host jumped in. Charleston played everybody, but why did Blueface let him cook this lie for so long? Exactly. Everyone was asking the same question. Why didn't Blueface defend Chrisean immediately? Why did he stay silent? Why did he act mad about the leak instead of the lie? Why was the leaker scared of him? Meanwhile, Charleston resurfaced, furious. He went on live, swinging wildly at everyone. "Y'all mad at me? I didn't make the story. Y'all forget who y'all dealing with? I say what they scared to say." Then he aimed directly at Blueface. "If I'm lying, why you so quiet? Why you ain't clearing her name?" The comment section unleashed hell. He calling Blueface out. He exposing why Blueface stayed silent. He knows something we don't. Blueface is finished. But Charleston wasn't done. He doubled down again. "If they want to leak audio, I can leak audio too." He held up his phone like he had more recordings. The internet went insane. "Drop it! Don't threaten, post it! Why does everybody have audio? This is a crime scene." Charleston smirked and said, "She said more than y'all think." The audience shook. But the truth? He didn't have anything real. He only had scraps from the cousin. Scraps he twisted into nuclear-level lies. Meanwhile, Blueface finally responded publicly, and his message made everything worse. "Y'all tripping over a lie, worry about y'all own kids. That's it." That's all he posted. He defended himself. Not Chrisean, not Junior, not the truth, just himself. And the backlash was immediate. "You still didn't clear her name. That's why people think it's true. You let Charleston lie on the mother of your child? You care about you, not the kids." Even Jaden chimed in with a passive-aggressive post. Funny how some lies get louder than the truth. But then, the biggest reaction of the night came from Chrisean herself. She didn't yell. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. She simply posted, "Now I know exactly who been causing all this drama. It ain't Charleston. It ain't the blogs." Then she added, "It's someone he protecting." The internet froze. Everyone knew who she meant. Everyone suspected the same person. Everyone felt the same chill. Because that meant the leaker, the liar, the instigator, the one twisting private conversations, the one feeding Charleston, the one setting fires behind the scenes was someone Blueface was secretly protecting. But why? That was the question burning through every comment section. Why would he protect a leaker? What does the leaker know? What are they both hiding? Is this deeper than we thought? What else is this person holding? And then the leaker posted a second voice note, just 4 words. "He's scared of me." That was the final straw. People lost their minds. Blueface is afraid of the leaker? What did the leaker see? What did they know that could destroy him? Now it wasn't about Charleston's lie. Now it wasn't about Chrisean's meltdown. Now it wasn't about Junior at all. It was about the leaker. The one person with the real power, the one person with receipts nobody else has seen, the one person who made Charleston's lie possible, the one person who terrified Blueface into silence. And the final question hanging over the internet. What does the leaker know? The leaker's second voice note, the one where they whispered, "He's scared of me," didn't just send the internet into panic. It cracked the entire storyline open like lightning hitting glass. Because if Blueface was scared, if the leaker had power, if Charleston's lie came from a twisted version of the truth, then suddenly every person watching realized there is someone in the middle of this mess who isn't dumb, emotional, or chaotic. They're strategic, calculated, quiet, watching every move, recording everything, and leaking just enough to keep the fire alive. And the craziest part? They weren't doing it for clicks, or attention, or money. They were doing it for revenge. Minutes after the second voice note went viral, a huge blog dropped the first official clue about the leaker's identity. They didn't reveal the face, but they posted a blurry screenshot of someone sitting on a couch inside Blueface's house. Same walls, same couch pattern, same rug. The caption said, "This person has been leaking for months." The internet went feral. "That's the couch from his live. It's someone who lives there. Not a fan, not a friend, a family member." Everyone was convinced it was the cousin. But then something happened that flipped the theory upside down. A third voice note dropped. This one wasn't shaky or scared. It was confident, calm, almost smug. "He knows why I'm doing it. He started it." Who started what? Was the leaker exposing Blueface, blackmailing him, punishing him, trying to destroy him, trying to protect someone else? Theories flooded every platform. He cheated with the wrong person. He promised something he didn't deliver. He lied to his own family. The leaker knows a secret we haven't heard yet. Even Charleston started panicking on live. "I ain't involved in that part. I just said what they told me." And for once, Charleston looked shaken. Meanwhile, Chrisean posted a message that only made everything darker. "I knew it wasn't me, but now I know who it was." This meant one thing. Chrisean had already connected the dots. Jayden knew too. The third baby mama knew too. They all suspected the same person. But before any of them could speak publicly, Blueface finally lost his composure. He went live, pacing fast, breathing hard, phone shaking in his hand. "Y'all think y'all know everything? Y'all don't know what that person did. Y'all don't know what I protected them from." Protected them from? Protected them for? The internet spiraled into absolute madness. Who is he hiding? Why is he protecting the snake? What did they do that he won't say? Then he said the line that turned everything inside out. "If they talk, it's over for everybody." For everybody. Fans froze. Even his own comments section went dead silent. What could possibly end it for everybody? What secret could involve every person in this storyline? What moment was so bad that even Blueface wouldn't speak on it? People started digging deeper, sprinting through old lives, old videos, old background faces, old arguments. And the more they dug, the more a terrifying new theory formed. But then, the truly unthinkable happened. A massive verified entertainment page dropped a final breaking update. The leaker is not the cousin. The leaker is not a friend. The leaker is someone much closer than that. Everyone froze. Every comment stopped mid-sentence. They added, "We will reveal their identity in 24 hours. 24 hours. One day until the world finds out who the puppet master truly is." But before the internet could explode again, the leaker themselves posted their fourth message. A short, chilling voice note. "You should have never lied on her. Now I'm telling everything. Not for clout, not for chaos, not for violence. It was personal, deeply personal." And then, the leaker said the line that ripped the entire internet apart. "I ain't leaking because of Blueface. I'm leaking because of whoa he tried to protect." Who? Who needed protecting? Who was Blueface defending this whole time? Who was behind Charleston's exaggerated story? Who twisted Chrisean's meltdown into something darker? Who was the real puppet master of this narrative? The internet collectively realized it wasn't Charleston. It wasn't the cousin. It wasn't a random family member. It was someone closer, someone with deeper access, someone Blueface trusted fully, someone he kept out of the spotlight, someone with enough influence to scare him. And right as fans began piecing together theories, Chrisean posted, "I knew it. I been knew it. And when y'all find out who it is, everything gonna make sense." The blogs exploded. The comments exploded. Celebrities jumped in. The narrative completely flipped. And the final cliffhanger hit when a blog posted this final teaser. "The leaker is a woman." That one sentence broke the internet. Fans screamed like their phones caught fire. A woman? Who? Which one? What role did she play? Why did Blueface protect her? Why did she betray him? What does she know? The timeline turned into a battlefield of theories. It's auntie. It's the manager's girlfriend. It's an ex-girlfriend. It's someone he promised something. It's someone he hid from the baby mamas. And just as the internet reached maximum chaos, the leaker posted one last message. "See y'all tomorrow." Everything went silent. The truth is coming. And when it drops, this entire storyline will flip upside down. Part 2 will change everything. Before you scroll, before you swipe, before you even think about exiting this video, stop, because what you just watched isn't an ending. It's the opening of a door the internet wasn't supposed to see. The leaker didn't just expose Charleston's lie. They didn't just shake Blueface. They didn't just shock the baby mamas. They did something far more dangerous. They made it clear that a secret, a real secret, has been buried under all this drama. And tomorrow, that secret finally comes out. So right now, I want you in the comments. Because this is the biggest cliffhanger this storyline has ever had, and your theory might be the one that hits the algorithm harder than all of them. Who do you think the leaker is? Is it someone in Blueface's family? Is it someone he used to date? Is it a woman he promised something to? Is it someone the baby mamas already know about? Someone he lied to? Someone he hurt emotionally? Someone who wants revenge? Or someone he's been hiding this whole time? And more importantly, what is the secret she knows? What did Blueface do that he's terrified will come out? Why did Charleston twist the story so violently? Why is Chrisean saying it all makes sense now? Why is Jaiden suddenly quiet? Why is the third baby mama acting nervous? What are all of them protecting? Drop your wildest theory. Drop your most unhinged prediction. Drop a comment so insane it makes other viewers reply for days. Like this video if your jaw dropped even once. Subscribe if you need part 2 immediately. Turn on notifications. Because the leaker said see y'all tomorrow, and if they drop what we think they're about to drop, the entire internet is about to break in half. Get in the comments. Tell me what you think is coming next. Because the truth, it's closer than anyone realized.